We just want to give you guys the information that you may need to make the right decision for yourself. She definitely wasn't the hourglass shape. Had more of a bowling ball shape, which once again, my life doesn't suck so bad right now that if I died in a car crash tomorrow, I would regret my life today.
Yeah.
Guys, welcome. The Rift. What was this, episode 4?
Yeah.
Episode 4. We are here. We're back in action, ready to roll. I'm actually finding to enjoy these, which I thought I would, which is part of the reason why we made it. That in addition to giving you guys as much value as possible. So here for that. We'll just get right into it. All right. We don't want to waste your time because we know your time is valuable. We want to ensure that you get the most information and the best information quality there for it. But this is a podcast, so we're here to also talk around, mess around a little bit. But today we were lifting. All right, me and Parker, we go out, we lift just about every day except for Sunday rest day, Lord's Day, right? Take off for that one. Otherwise, we were lifting. So today we're going to the gym. We're getting a good solid pump. What are we hitting? Was it legs?
Yeah.
Legs today. Hitting legs today. So I do take pre-workout for legs. So I'm kind of ready to roll. Going. I think we're doing some stretches there, like on the grass area. You know how like in gyms there's back squat. You have like your free weight squat area. You have your area that's like all the machines and everything. Then you have like your grass area where they do where you stretch. You have like you can do lunges, sled pulls, all that sort of stuff, right? Well, there's also this little cable machine there, and obviously this is a commercial gym, so there's going to be fitness coaches that are trying to make money, right? They're trying to get the bread up, which all for it. Like that's what I do. Heck, I'm a fitness coach, all for it. I do stuff online, help people online so they can go do their own deal, not have to be, with those fitness coaches that are breathing down their neck. But this one in particular, this lady needed help. Okay, she needed some help. She needed some direction. She needed some way to follow to get her fitness goals because she was pretty obese. And you know what? Props for her. She made it to the gym. She's reached out and she asked someone for help. She actually was vulnerable enough to go out and ask this fitness coach to give her some help. Well, the deal is, and me and Parker were talking about this, she was doing chest flies. Okay? She had to be, I would say, around 280 to 320 pounds. Is she that big, 320? Maybe 280.
I'd say closer to 320, but
Okay. 320. I was trying to give her the benefit of the doubt. Parker's no mercy over there. So we'll say 320. 320 pounds. A big girl, okay? Big meaning round, not meaning tall, which once again, nothing to her because guess what? She's in the gym. She's working hard. So honestly, maybe a lot better than you guys right now who are sitting here watching me on the podcast. But don't leave yet because it's getting juicy. What was happening is this lady was doing chest flies. All right? She was hitting some reps on that. And for me, like I'm in there, I want to get my chest bigger, right? Like we want to grow that. So you work it out, you break down those muscle fibers that you need to, then you get some amino acids from protein, builds back stronger. Like you want a big, wide, broad chest as a male. So you have that kind of V look, right? That triangular look that you want to have as a male. Well, as a female, you kind of want the hourglass, right? So you want broad shoulders. I guess you do want a big chest, but I think it's more genetics with females. Yeah, not necessarily like working them out. And she definitely wasn't the hourglass shape. Had more of a bowling ball shape, which once again, no need to laugh, dude. No. There's nothing wrong with that. She's in the gym, she's working, okay? Which is amazing. Like I'm pumped for this girl. I'm like, yes, like get after it. That's what we need to be doing. But she's doing chest flies. And it's no issue to her because she's in the gym and she's working. Really, what I found is the issue with the coach because the coach is not ignorant, but the unfortunate lady is ignorant. And that's why we have this podcast. We want to give you guys value and we'll make sure that you're not ignorant. That if you are obese or overweight and you are shaped more like a bowling ball instead of hourglass, please don't be hitting chest flies for your exercise. Okay? If you want to lose weight, go do cardio. Okay? For instance, we looked at a girl doing cardio. She was on the treadmill, right? Just running. And I don't recommend treadmill much. I more tend to go outside and go for a run, right? Train like an athlete, right? Because I was an athlete for a while. Parker was an athlete as well. We like athletic training because honestly we think that's superior, but we'll talk about that in a bit. Really, this lady, she was on the treadmill. She was doing some running. She was the complete opposite, okay? She wasn't even hourglass shape. She was a stick shape. She had to be 80 pounds, this poor lady, okay? And it was, she wasn't doing chest flies. She was doing running. And I think there's an issue there, and that's what me and Parker talked about, is it honestly had to be more detrimental for her, the unfortunate, I don't want to call her stick lady, it's just sad to see, because she clearly has an issue with food, with the body dysmorphia that she has, that she wants to get so small and so skinny that she's honestly deleting herself on that treadmill, right? And this other lady, once again, doing chest flies, she as well is deleting herself, but not in the gym itself, but outside, right? With the foods that she's eating and the other things that she's doing in her lifestyle that are out inside the gym. It's not her fault. I would put it more towards the blame on their trainer, while as the other lady, I don't know if there's any way to get out of that. What do you think?
I mean, I just want to also point out, we're not like ragging on these people because like obviously they're both in the gym trying to be better, but at the same time we're trying to like use them as an example. So if you're in that scenario, you're not still doing that thinking it's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Like if they both just swapped workouts, they'd be in the perfect spot.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think maybe she just enjoys running or cardio, and that's what she does in the gym, which good for her. But if it starts to affect your health in a negative way, then that's when it might become an issue.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it was, that was the thing. It was just like, if you love running, good. I don't love running. I love the hardship of running and the mindset and the callous that it builds on your mind. That's what I love. Do I actually love the physical exertion of running? No. But if I run a lot, I'm going to eat a lot, because I know that the calories that I expended, I need to intake back, right? It's calories in, calories out. So you want to make sure that if you want to maintain your weight, which I do, I need to have, if I'm going to exert a lot of energy, I need to intake a lot of energy as well in the form of calories, in the form of food. With her, I don't think she was eating. And like I said, we're not ragging on these people. We just want to give you guys the information that you may need to make the right decisions for yourself, right? Because really and truly, I think it's just ignorance. I think it just comes down to ignorance and the fact that this poor lady doing chest flies needs to be on the treadmill, and she just needs to run. She just needs to expend calories and not intake as many calories as she's expending, right? She needs to be in a calorie deficit, whereas the other lady, complete opposite, needs to intake more calories and not expend as much as she is. And with that, if you guys are in that particular situation or whatever it may be, maybe you want to put on muscle, it doesn't matter. Really and truly, first thing I would recommend is reach out to someone who knows, right? Reach out to someone that can give you that information so you don't have to be ignorant, right? If you don't want to do that and you're not comfortable with going and asking someone else, then just go to ChatGPT, right? AI can give you all the answers right now. You just have to know how to ask the questions, and that's where I say maybe that's not the right answer for you, because you may not know the questions that you need to ask, right? So there's different ways to go about it. That was just a particular situation that we brought up today and that we found today that we want to talk about with you guys, so you would have some knowledge in that. But as well, on kind of a different topic, we also had, it's still related to the gym, we also had some conversation on the other individuals. I like how this whole podcast is based on the gym goers. Yeah. But there were some other individuals in the gym that looked like they had to be using the juice. I mean, maybe a little bit of some of that juice action going with it, because my man was yoked, all right? And yoked may be an understatement for the amount of size that this guy had, okay? Because really and truly, I like to think of myself as a fit guy. You know, I put the work in. I'm natural. And so with that, you know, I understand my body limitations, right? Genetic limit is a thing. You can't go past your genetic limit. You can push, but it's diminishing returns, right? You don't continue to exponentially grow like you do if you invest in the stock market, which I highly recommend. Instead, with the gym, the more you go, the less size you put on over time, right? It's genetic limit. You have a barrier, and what is that? It's another calculus thing. Absolute, right? Where you get to that absolute line, and you get closer and closer, but it goes all the way to infinity, and you never actually hit that line, right? It's the same thing with your genetic limit. You have a line. Well, what you can do is with that line, you can actually increase it, right? You can bump it from here to here, right? You're going like this, and you're working out, all of a sudden you're like and you're at that line, you get close to infinite, right? But you can bump that up with a certain thing. It's called performance enhancing drugs, right? PEDs. Okay, PEDs bump that limit up. Is it absolute value? What is it called? You know what I'm talking about?
I pretty much let all my math stuff go out the window after I graduated high school. After I didn't need it anymore, it was out the window. Yeah.
Okay. Asymptote. That's what it is. It's a horizontal asymptote. I'm telling you, dude. I know a little bit of stuff here and there when it comes to charts. It's asymptote. You can bump that asymptote up, right? And with that, you can peak out at your first genetic asymptote, right? We're talking about XY axis. Maybe we can have like a graph over here, maybe XY axis, right? You got a horizontal asymptote there that you go to infinity. Well, now you take PEDs, that asymptote bumps up. You now get a higher barrier, and the more PEDs, the more you can bump that asymptote up, right? Where you put on this size, you put on this mass, you start looking like you juicing, right? Well, that's how this particular guy looked. And my thing is, why, right? What's the reasoning? I mean, even if it is is it for yourself? Is it for health purposes? What is the reason why he thought it was needed for himself to go out and take substances to burst or bump up that asymptote to that higher level with all of the consequences that could go with it? And what I really think is that he doesn't know the consequences that come with it, right? I think he's ignorant. Once again, ignorance comes about to the fact that PEDs are harmful for your body in the long term, right? His doing of drugs now, and whatever it may be, I don't know what he was on or any of that. Maybe he's doing it a smart way. But either way, you can be doing it smart, stupid, however you're doing it. Obviously, there's going to be consequences to it. And with that, a lot of those have to do with restricting your lifespan. And is giving up your time now or making your time now better and taking away your time in the future, is that beneficial for human? Is that beneficial for your life, for my life? I know for me, it's not. That's why I've chosen to be natural and will stay natural for the rest of my life, because I appreciate my time now, but I value my time more in the future than I do now, right? I think my time at 100 years old is more important than my time now. And you could say, well, what if you don't make it to 100? What if you die in a car crash tomorrow? You're right. What if I did? And guess what? My life doesn't suck so bad right now that if I died in a car crash tomorrow, I would regret my life today. I don't make it that bad, but I also think that humans need to endure hardship. And I think that allows you to find fulfillment. And that allows you to get out of a depressive state that many Americans are in, which you talked about on our last podcast. If you guys haven't watched that, go ahead and we'll put the little tag up in there. You can click on that and watch that as well. But really and truly, I think fulfillment comes from hardship. And hardship is endured through discipline and grit and pushing yourself on a day-to-day basis and finding that fulfillment in yourself. I think as human beings, it's what we need. And if you take the easy way out, if you take performance-enhancing drugs to skip that endurance, that discipline, that grit that you need as a human, if you take that, then really what you're doing is just skipping all the good parts, right? Because really, it's the journey that counts, not the end goal, right? For instance, the Ironman, after I finished running that, once I crossed the finish line, it wasn't like everything went off where I was just like, my life was completed. I did the task. It was that journey and that process. When I look back on that whole entire race and that whole process, it wasn't really the race that was like the finale. I mean, it was the finale, right? It concluded an era of my life, right? A time point in my life where I've decided to change. And that journey and that mindset of changing is really what I found is to be the best part of that Ironman, not the actual medal, right? And I think what PEDs do is it skips that time, it skips that grit, it skips the journey, and it gives you the medal. But a medal without anything to back it is just a piece of metal. And really and truly, I think a lot of people want that gold medal. They want whatever it is, a reward for something. But the reward, if it's not backed behind some sort of hardship, then it doesn't mean anything. And so that's why I'm a big proponent in hard work. I'm a big proponent in doing the hard things, ensuring that your life is in pursuit of bettering yourself. And once again, that's why I hop on these podcasts. That's why I do these things, because I know putting in the work now, like likely, what do we have, 15 views on our first video since the time of recording this? I don't know how many there are now, but guys, we're doing this not necessarily to reach as many people as we want. Obviously, since you're watching this video, we want to give you the most value, but really and truly, it's to help us improve. It's to help our own journey and to help us grow. And so with that, if you are watching this video, I want to thank you. You're on this journey with us. You continue to grow with us, because it's going to be a journey. And we're here for you. We're here to help you out. So guys, if you got any questions or anything, or you got comments on this particular episode, go ahead and give us a comment down below. Let us know what you thought about it, what you think, what can we do to improve. We are getting a backdrop pretty soon. Okay, we're just working on everything right now. It's kind of a work in progress. But that's what I think we need to do as human beings. And hopefully you do something in your life today that'll improve, whether it's within health, wealth, or relationships, whatever it may be. Do something difficult, strive to be your best. And guys, if you did enjoy, go ahead and subscribe as well. Otherwise, that's gonna be it for us today. Catch you on the next episode.